Hey everyone, oh my gosh, what's going on? I feel like it's been a minute. It has been a minute actually. It's just been so busy. It's getting into wedding season and the salon is crazy busy and life with a 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old this month. But it is crazy good. But I have wanted to get back so badly and film a video. So whenever I could find some time. But anyways, I've been wanting to do an eyeshadow look, and it's actually been my goal for whatever next video I posted, which happened to be right after the launch of the MAC Art Library. Of course, yay! I got the palette in the in Flamboyant. I don't want to say it wrong. But MAC released the MAC Art Library this past weekend, which included 3 different palettes, a pair of lashes with each palette, and then a lipstick, a Viva Glam lipstick. So I got my hands on one because your girl had to see what it was all about. I am not disappointed. I am in love, actually. Oh, hold on. Let me get this open, y'all. Oh my gosh, really? Look at those shades. Makes my heart so happy. My palette came with a pair of eyelashes in number 76, which is perfect because I always like to do like a cat smoky eye. And I'll show you in a minute, but those are like perfect for that. And then I also got Viva Glam 2. Yes. Yes, honey, yes. Oh my gosh, I can live for that. That's, gosh. Look at that, it's so beautiful. So since I've been wanting to do an eye look, I figured it would be like perfect to use this palette because I actually got to get my hands in it this past weekend at my wedding in Americus, and the colors worked out perfect with the colors the bride was using in her wedding. So I created all the bridesmaids look using this palette, and they were all gorgeous. The shadows blended beautifully, like so dreamy. I can't wait to post pictures. I haven't had time to do that part yet, but I will as soon as I get the chance. But I just wanted to show y'all what this palette was about and do an eye look with you, because I know I made a video a while back doing an eye look. Well, actually I think it was my whole face routine, but I sped it up and then I played music through it. But I really wanted to break it down and show you what brushes I like to blend with and use, you know, and different tips and tricks, and hopefully you can learn something. But also show you how I apply my false lashes, and then my go-to lip liner and gloss. And I'm gonna use my new lipstick because it's gonna be in my purse all the time. All the time. If you came to my makeup class or have ever just reached out to me about this kind of question, I always start my eyes with prepping them with the MAC paint pot. I think I've said this in a previous video. This is like my ride or die product. If you're out there searching for a makeup primer and you have tried just several different ones, let's see, the Urban Decay has one. I mean, every brand pretty much makes an eyeshadow primer. Let me correct that, an eyeshadow primer. But nobody makes an eyeshadow primer the way MAC does. I am not kidding you. I mean, if I've done your makeup for a wedding, please comment and vouch for me on this one. But I've had several people that I'll reach out to me after their wedding. I'm like, hey, how did everything last? And sometimes some of the brides fall asleep and they wake up and their eyeshadow will still be there. This primer is the bomb.com. Usually I'll use shade Soft Ochre for everybody, but if you are super fair, then I use the shade Painterly, because you never want to prep your eyes by priming them with something too dark for your skin tone, because that'll only kind of just drag you down a little bit more, and we want to look bright and fresh and awake. So if you already look at this and yeah, that's too yellow or too orange for me, then try the shade. Oh, I'll show you. I got it actually, Painterly. Hold on, I forgot I have my makeup kit next to me. So Soft Ochre, Painterly. See, big difference. And those two, yeah, those are the only two that I pretty much keep on me because I know those two will work for everybody. So regardless of what I'm going to do with my eyes, I always start off by prepping them with this. And I usually just pick a little bit up on my finger. Let me get me a little mirror. I don't want to block the camera. Get a little bit closer. And I just kind of pat it on. Okay, so I just really like to make sure it's like patted on really well. It's just so important to do this part because if you don't, your eyeshadow's just not gonna last. It's just not. So immediately after I put it on, I want to make sure that I go ahead and do something with it because you just don't want it to start creasing. That's where the issues are. But let me see, make sure I got it all patted out really well. So I'm just going to take a little bit of translucent powder and put it right over my lids, just so that way it kind of sets the eyeshadow primer, but also isn't a sticky surface for when you're about to start blending out eyeshadows. We want to like have it like really nice and smooth instead of everything like sticking to it and being like splotchy, if that makes sense. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush. This is the Morphe G17, and I'm just lightly dusting a little bit of translucent powder over my eyes. I didn't even pick up any more. If you couldn't tell, I just took a little bit on my brush and made it work for both eyes. You don't need much. Now I'm ready to go in with my first color, which is going to be like my crease color and the transition shade that I'm going to use throughout. I'm going to go in with like this shade right here. If you are like a deeper skin tone and a lot warmer, you'd want to go in with something in between these two, like either that one or a mix them. But since this is for me and I'm a little bit paler today, I'm just going to pick up some on my Morphe G17 fluffy brush, and I'm going to put this right in my crease, and I'm going to try to do this while looking into my mirror, but at the same time, what is that? I don't know what that is. So, always just kind of like to start with the outer corner, yeah, and put it right into my crease, and then just kind of blend up. This part does not have to be perfect. This is just going to be that color that's just kind of like a blend with everything else. So, you pick up a little bit more and kind of get to my other eye. Back and forth. I'm going to take a little bit more. So after I finished blending my crease color in with my Morphe G17 brush, I'm now going to go in with my outer corner color, and I'm going to use my MAC 217. It's let me show you. This was the Morphe one. And then I'm going to go on with the MAC. See how fluffy? This is like perfect for that crease. And I always love my MAC 217 for the next one. And if I don't know if you like have ever realized this or noticed this, but typically with the lighter shades, the bigger the brush, and then the darker the shades get, they kind of want to start getting like skinnier and skinnier and littler, if that makes sense, because you don't really want to diffuse so much darkness at once. You know, you want to build it and then blend it out from there. But I'm going to go in with my favorite shade, actually, one of my favorite shades of MAC, this shade right here, Embark, and this shade Embark and Amber Lights is pretty much what's kind of sold me on this palette as well, because I love Embark and Amber Lights. So that's probably what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to take my MAC 217 and I'm just going to dip it in the shade Embark just a little bit, because you don't want too much pigment at once. You can always buff it out and add more, but you want to start with less. So I'm just going to look at myself right into my mirror. I want to make sure you can see. Hold on. And I'm actually just going to start with patting this shade on first. I'm not going to just go in and start sweeping it on. Just kind of want to pat it right there in the outer corner. Now I just kind of want to, now that I know that it's off the brush and onto my lid, I kind of then just want to start like doing little baby circles like right there, focusing just like still on like the outer corner. And I'm going to take it just a little bit higher. But as you can see, I'm not like going all the way in yet with it, because I'm going to take my first Morphe brush that I was using and now kind of just like buff it out. Sorry. And usually this is when you can start to tell like, okay, do I want it a little bit darker? Is that enough? And add just a little bit more. I'm probably gonna do it one more time with the same MAC 217 brush, and this is in shade Embark. And I'm just gonna start with patting it first and see how much more deeper that it starts to get. Make sure you can see. And then I'll start to okay. And then I'm going to pick up my Morphe G17 again and just start at the outer corner and just really kind of buff it back into that crease color. Let me see. And I already done my foundation. Normally I do my eyes first, but I did put my foundation on. So I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of my first shade, just a little bit, nothing crazy. Same brush. And I'm just going to add it to help me kind of like buff this out just a little bit. Just finished that first eye. Now I'm taking my MAC 217 again, and I dipped it in Embark, and I'm going to work on this eye. Start off patting just right at the outer corner. And then once you know you pretty much got all the pigment off the brush, you can start with just doing small circles right there and buffing it out. And again, the G17, and I'm just gonna buff it out into the crease. All right, so I'm gonna dip it again and Embark. Pat, pat, pat. Okay, now I'm gonna buff it out for the last time with the Morphe brush. Okay, so I'm gonna clean it up and then we're gonna do the lid. Actually gonna go in with the bronzy shimmery shade now, called Amber Lights, because like I said, it was one of the reasons I wanted this palette so much too. And this is my Sigma E55 brush, and I'm just gonna kind of pat this on my lid. Right there. On both sides. Let me do the other side really quick. And I'm not going to drag it all the way over to my outer corner. I'm going to leave that part out. So I'm really just going to put it right there. I'm just going to take my Morphe G17 brush, and I'm just going to make sure everything is blended nicely together. And I'm just going to take that light shade like that and really just kind of pat it right there at the corner of my brow bone with my finger actually, and just kind of blend it in. So what, that's 2-3 brushes for your eyes, and that is crease color, outer corner color, lid color, and then brow bone color. I feel like YouTube just makes you think, I'm just buffing it out all together one more time. I just feel like YouTube makes you think you have to have like 20,000 brushes, and they make it just super complicated and overwhelming. Perfect. So now I'm going to do some liner and then come back and do lashes. Now that I have my eyeliner on, I didn't go crazy with like a wing or anything. I kept it pretty simple. I'm getting ready for my eyelashes. So I'm going to take the Duo Glue, and these are my MAC number 76. Hold on. I don't know if you can tell. They're smaller on the inside, and then they get longer as they sweep out. Love these when you have that smoky eye. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of my hand, because I don't really want to squirt from this tube, because it'll just put too much on the back of the lashes, and then really won't know what to do with it. It'll be a little much. So I'm going to just use the back of my tweezers actually and put a very thin coat, I don't know if you can see, on the lash strip. And so make sure, you know, you can't really see through the glue, but just a very thin coat. And then whenever I do this to both, I'm going to go ahead and let it sit for a minute and do my bottom lash line while I wait and the glue gets tacky. Alright, so now that I'm waiting for my glue to get tacky, I'm going to go ahead and give me time to do my lower lash line, and I'm just going to place a little bit, just a little bit of black eyeliner, nothing crazy, because I actually like to use eyeshadow best for eyeliner. So just put a little bit right there on the outer corner, and let me grab my small brush and smoke it out. I'm going to take my little smudging brush, just real tiny, and I'm actually going to use the same shade as I did on my outer corner, the shade in Embark. And I'm going to pick up just a little bit, and I'm going to start where I place my eyeliner and kind of just like smudge it out. And pick up just a little bit more for this eye. Okay. And then I'm just going to smudge it just a little bit into the inside. Nothing crazy. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Okay. Let's do some lashes. It's been just long enough for my lashes to get a little bit of tacky, but not too dry. So I'm actually going to pick them up with my tweezers. And I'm going to kind of look into my handheld mirror. Hold on. And I'm just going to lay them right on my lash line. Lashes are very tricky at first. Just practice, practice, practice. Perfect. And then I kind of just drag the corners in and place it on. Oh my gosh, I don't even have mascara on them yet, and just like look at the difference. So I'm going to pick up the other one. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm just going to kind of drop it on my lash line, and then I just pick up the outer corner first, and I connect it, and then I grab the inner corner and connect that. And then I just kind of wiggle it onto my lash line just to make sure it sticks really nicely before I put mascara over it. Perfect. Okay, now it's time for mascara. All I did was I put a coat of mascara over my lashes and then on my lower lash line. And that's all I did after I finished applying my falsies. And now it's time for lipstick, one of my other favorite parts. So I'm going to take a MAC Soar lip liner. It's kind of like a pinkier. Oh, let me see. Oopsie. I know it doesn't seem like I'm looking at y'all, and I'm so sorry, but I gotta look into my phone because I don't have a mirror. If I use a mirror, then it blocks what I'm doing, so. Okay. I always use lip liner. I love lip liner. So now I'm gonna go in with my MAC Viva Glam 2. Oh my gosh. Love the shade. Oh. This lip color is just such a good every day. And then I'm going to top it off with my favorite lip gloss, MAC Please Me. Love it. Okay, done. I think so. Let's see. I know I kind of got to get close, but I want you to be able to see. Y'all, I love this palette so much. I figured I was whenever I used it this weekend, and I saw how nicely it was going to blend and set. There's so many shades to choose from. I mean, like, I only used crease color, outer corner, lid, and brow bone. Like, I didn't even touch the rest. And I just like to kind of keep it pretty simple with my eyes, so that way I'm not having to like do a dramatic eye every single day. But I've been dying to do just like a quick little eyeshadow tutorial, so I can show you just like, you don't need that many brushes and eyeshadows and nothing crazy. And I not only got to do my eyeshadow tutorial, but I got to use this beautiful palette and my favorite lashes and this new favorite lipstick color, actually, which I'm always so excited to add a new lipstick to my kit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to take something away and maybe learn something. I try to keep it very simple, so that way it's nothing crazy. It's kind of just like an everyday makeup look, and I hope you can try it and let me know. But if you have any questions, like, leave a comment for me. I'll be happy to answer it if I left anything out. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.